Hey, 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 it's Joe Polo from Atlanta. Welcome to my channel, To Your Wellness for Life, where we discuss all 9 components of wellness, not just health. Remember, health is just a physical, mental state of body, where wellness is really a state of being, and it encompasses all 9 components that you see on the screen behind me. I took the liberty of adding a 9th one called Love All, so I could have this nice little mnemonic called Self-Poise, where the first letter of Self-Poise represents each one of the 9 components. All right, so it's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Hope you had a good one. We're going to have Thanksgiving coming up here in a couple of days, and we're going to be talking about 4 tips. I'm going to give you 4 tips on how to scale down the meal that is usually a mega event with mega food and mega people. And with the pandemic this year, we're asked to, and most of us are probably going to have a scaled down version. I'm just going to have my wife and 3 kids, and I'm going to give you some 4 tips. First of all, I would like to give a little announcement. Drum roll, drum roll. Whoops, what happened here? Hey, there it is. Announcement. Coach Shannon Hall has joined our wellness team. She's a former American gladiator, and she lives down in Florida, close to Orlando. We had a nice little discussion this afternoon, and she has 35 years of experience in health and wellness, certified coach, and we're going to do some virtual coaching with her. And you can see on the screen how you can get in touch with her at shannonh.forgerx@gmail.com. That's shannonh.forgerx@gmail.com. And if you look at a post that I made just recently, there's also a link where you can access her calendar directly and have a consultation appointment. And we've got plans to maybe do a Facebook Live every week. We're kicking around the day, and it's probably going to be Friday, probably around 1-ish or so, or close to that. And we're going to be discussing health and wellness, women's health, and also men's health, because men notoriously neglect their health, and they need help in that respect as well. So shout out to new coach Shannon Hall. She likes to be called Coach Shannon. And we look forward to working with her, and that's going to be exciting. All righty. 4 tips on how to host a smaller Thanksgiving meal. First, the story. Here it goes. About 10 years ago, I think it was about 10 years ago, I was on call, of course, stuck here in Atlanta, and my wife, 3 kids, they were visiting her family up in Virginia. And I got a phone call from her a couple of days before Thanksgiving saying that they would be heading back, would be back by Thanksgiving, and that I needed to prepare the meal. Yeah, it was like, well, really? Never done that, Thanksgiving. And she said, yeah, you're going to have to cook the turkey. The turkey is there. We want you to make some stuffing. Mashed potatoes, I can handle that. I'm the best spuds maker on the planet, so I can handle that. Been doing that for years. And she wanted some kind of a bean casserole, and of course rolls. That's pretty easy. And then she said, "Oh, by the way, I'd like to for you to try to brine the turkey." And I said, "Have we ever done that before?" She said, "No, but you're gonna do it." So I had to pull out a large cooler, and there was this brining fluid, and then I had to set my alarm clock, and I had to wake up in the middle of the night and turn that sucker so that it would be brined on all sides and soak up all that wonderful fluid to make it nice and moist. And boy, that was a really good turkey. And I mustered through it. I followed directions, I followed the recipes. And they made it back from Virginia on Thanksgiving, and we had a wonderful meal that I prepared from A to Z. How about that? Even a man can do it. So it's not a very difficult meal. Obviously, you can get very complex, intricate with it, but Anyway, so let's go on to our topic of 4 tips on how to host a smaller Thanksgiving meal. Normally, we've supersized it. So tip number 1 is rethink the big turkey. You go to the store and turkeys come in different sizes, different weights, so you could get a smaller one if you've got a smaller crowd to feed, or you could just get a breast or turkey legs. You get different parts, so you can scale that down, and that will save you on leftovers or things that you might be throwing away. But we'll come to a tip where we're going to take care of those leftovers. In my family, we don't throw away anything. So you talk to my children. Tip number 2, adjust your side dishes. We make these big humongous things, 9 by 13 inches, in these big pans, and then there's probably lots of leftovers, and some of it doesn't freeze very well. Just make a smaller portion. Just have to downsize the recipe, and instead of doing a 9 by 13 inch pan, use a 9-inch pan. And you may wonder, boy, this is a dude talking about food. I'm a little weird. It's one of my passions now. I love to cook. I love the food. I love the nutrition, in addition to gardening and playing my guitar and delivering a few babies here and there, maybe doing a little surgery too. But all right, so downsize your turkey. Think about that. Downsize the side dishes. Number 3, have a leftover plan. And actually, when you get to the cleanup part, and the kitchen looks like hell, like a bomb hit it. There's dirty dishes all over the place. You're loading up the dishwasher, and you have to run it twice because you have so many dishes. Well, this year you might have smaller dishes. You don't have 8 or 9 people there. You may only have 4 or 5. Maybe we'll run that sucker just once. But anyway, at that point in time, have your plan to freeze the things that you can freeze and put them in a little freezer bag so that you can pull them out later, and you'll appreciate having all those wonderful leftovers down the road. And just remember to squeeze out all the air so that you don't have freezer burns. And the final tip is give yourself a break and focus on what's important. It's been a weird year, no doubt about it. And we're asked to still kind of distance and quarantine and all this stuff. We got this kind of winter surge going on with COVID-19. And, wash your hands well and take all the usual precautions. But remember what it's all about. And with all the technology that we have now with Skype and Zoom calls and all that, we can contact our families virtually and tell them how much we love them and miss them. And hopefully in the future, we can get back together again in closer contact. So those are the 4 tips. Thinking about the size of your turkey, downsize the size of your side dishes, have a plan for the leftovers, and just remember what it's all about. And don't forget to contact people that may not be exactly in the room. All righty. So that's what I have for you today. 2YourWellness4Life. Thank you for joining me. And I hope you have a wonderful remaining Tuesday. And remember to make any big changes in your life, especially when it concerns items of wellness, whether you're on a weight loss journey or on a health journey, or you're changing your job, or you've got thoughts about making big changes. You got to start, you got to be consistent, and you can't quit. All right, we'll see you all tomorrow.